and welcome back to Wargaming with Blender. So, last time I took this and turned it into this, and now I'm going to take this and actually start making it into a decent model, because this is just a pile of hopes and dreams, and that's being polite. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is figure out how to split it up. And if I take 15 centimeters, well, first of all, this bit here I don't count, because that's going to be a separate piece. So it's going to be about 40. So if I can fit this on 2 plates, and if I split it down the middle, that's going to be 20 by 15. We're going to be looking at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16 prints. So it's going to be a fair chunk of printing, but I can break this down to relatively small chunks. The aim of this one now is I'm going to be using an add-on. To quickly show you. If I go here, I've got extra, edit, preferences, add-ons. What I've activated is extra mesh objects here. Now, what that means is I can go add, down here in mesh, extras, there's a wall factory. The wall factory will make walls. Of course, I can adjust the length of these and the block size. If you notice, there's no grout in here. So the simplest thing for me to do now is to make that grout level, because then I can build the walls without adding any extra real detail, and that gives me something that I can build around afterwards. If that makes sense. So obviously, I'm going to need a new group. It should be the model. And I want to make sure everything's in this here. And the box can go back in collection 1. Right, main model. We're going to start by adding in a circle. I'm going to give it a radius of about 15. No, I want it to be 30 because I know that's roughly how wide the thing is. And then I'm going to scale that up until it just about kind of matches that. Looks good. Go into edit mode, vertexes, delete these out, delete that out, add in our mirror modifier, and then let's adjust that so it kind of matches up. Doesn't have to be exact, but if it kind of matches, that's good. No. Just want that one. Screw it on the X with clipping on. So it reaches there. The next thing I want to do is bring this down until it's level with the base here. It's going to make life a lot simpler for me. Right, so that's the first bit done. Then this, I'm going to go into this mode, and we're going to actually the next thing we want to do, turn off clipping, add in cylinder, another circle, and then scale that until it matches that. That's good. We're going to take out pretty much most of this now, actually. That, going to then extrude down to here, and then we collect those two, press F to face those off. Add in another circle, grab that, I wonder if I can make the back of this look a bit neater if I go off from here. measure it up to there. Keep expanding that out. No, that's going to get too big. We just need to kind of match that there. And then that can come, all this can come out. All this can, I might keep that last one there just for a second. Flipping back on. Grab on the X, slam those together. That one actually, yeah, I'll link those two. Already changing slightly, but not too much. That's fine, that'll work. Okay. Then we want to figure out where we're going to split this. Probably going to be on this point here. P, separate by selection. And then now we're just going to hide attempt 2, which is the main building. Just look at this. Extrude that on the X till it clips. Face that off. Select all, face that off. Extrude that on the X till it clips. Face that off, all, face that off. Okay, something weird happened here. All scale Z 0. And then we'll actually fix this because apparently I did funny things at some point. Luckily, stuff like this is very easy to fix. Now the main thing I said, I want this to line up with that. Something really weird happened with you. So this edge here, I should be able to just merge these out of existence. Right click, dissolve them. No. I have not seen this before, that is very strange. What's happened there? Well, I'll manage to check my normals on this. So, face, mesh. Normals, calculate outside. Extrude this up a little bit. Actually, I don't want the face anyway, so. I'm not sure what's happened there. I may have to start that from scratch. Let's go back in time. Right. Let's do that then, shall we? And then bring back in the attempt 2. Extrude that out to there, and then face those. Let's fix it like that. Fixing stuff is important. And attempt 2 can disappear. I realised I don't actually want the face in here, so let's just delete that vertices, extrude on the X to the clicks, and face that off. Why do I want that? Because I want to use a different way of adding this. So we're going to select, first of all, we're going to need to name that. This is spell Temple rear ground. Or actually, this is going to be support, isn't it? Foundations. So we'll select all these, extrude them. No, back to epoxy. Extrude them on the Z by 30. Take off this now. So why have I done this? Well, now I'm going to use another modifier, which is the solidify modifier, and I'm going to set this to 4.5 millimeters inwards. It's having a few issues there, isn't it? No, I thought that'd be so simple. Right, why is the solidify modifier having a moment? 36 extra vertices, that'll be it. Alright, solidify 4.5 millimeters. Let's check my normals. There we go, recalculate outside, fixes it. Normals are one of those weird things when you're doing this. Now, what you can see is this bit in the middle isn't 4.5 centimeters thick, but that's fine. No, that's probably 4.5 millimeters. Is really quite thick, isn't it? Probably want the walls about 10. I'll make these 8. No, 0.8. No. Looking at 10 millimeters. So yeah, that's actually right, isn't it? 4.5. Just looks very thick. Because I think I'm going to be 5 millimeters, half centimeter thick. That just looks weird. Wait. My scale is off. See? This why isn't a tutorial, but it's useful to watch people model through. So, all transformations fixed. Wham, suddenly, that looks right. Yeah, right, fix that. So the good thing is now I can lay my walls across this, but I can then solidify this, because I don't have to worry about the middle. It will do the same for this. Extrude ZZ by 30. And then we will add in a modifier. We will solidify it by 4.5 centimeters in the other direction. So this gives me a nice base to glue in the floors onto. But I wanted to give myself a bit more security. What I might do, just looking at the rate of that, is to subdivide that. Face that. Oh, I didn't want to subdivide it like that, did I? Just wanted to loop cut it. And then select that, and then face that. And then loop cut again. Put that here, that, and face that. That. I think we'll just leave it like that, and then we might do something similar on here to here. Oops. That moved a lot more than I expected it to. That just gives a bit more spine for printing onto. Alright, so we're going to go back in time. Oh, okay, we got. This is weird. Why are they clipped together like that? Okay. Apply the modifier. Apply the modifier. Wait. It actually wanted to go that direction that time, didn't it? And something's moved here. Apply. Okay, so now we've got our floor. What I can do now is I can select using control click. Work as well as I hoped it would. All that, Shift D, separate my selection, and then select that, face those off. Now I'm going to face the whole lot off. I'm going to flatten that off, and apparently I need to flatten all this off as well. Something weird has happened. Scale at 0. Scale at 0. This will be the solidify modifier having a moment. It's always good to catch these things early. Alright. Then the idea is this, and then this actually we need to change, because I want that to be 30 tall. I want like a 2mm, so we need to make that 28 on the Z. That 28 on the Z. And then we're going to control all transformations, And then this will extrude Z minus 2. No, that was not what I wanted you to do, was it? Or extrude Z minus 2. And then when I print that, this now becomes round. And the idea is I can build the rest of the temple off that. So I can print this, mostly hollow, save myself a metric ton of plastic. And then I can do the same for the back. There, to there, to there, to there, down to there. Shift D. And then P by selection, select the top layer, all, face it off, extrude Z2. Again, that's lovely and flat, and this will be rear ground. You see, I've already got this almost done. That's the basic layout of our thing. So, now we need to add some walls in. The front section, that's going to be pretty simple. So I am going to separate this again. Shift D, P by selection, all, Hello, we got something weird happening there at the very front, haven't we? That one there just needs to move back until it's flat. Problem is I've got like 5 different layers I've got to do this on now. But this is why you do stuff like this. Because this would be a lot more pain to fix once everything's detailed. Alright, so ground row 1 is fine for this because it's going to be kind of removed. And then we're going to extrude by ZZ up by 60 in this case. And then we're going to add in a solidify modifier at 4.5 going into the building. We can fix those fixy bits in a bit. At the back, we've got to do the same. These like that. Yep, that's the easy way to do it. I'm not quite sure. All merge by distance. That. Down to that, round to that. Shift D, B by selection. Or extrude Z at 60. Scale's all good. Solidify 1.5 mil into the building. Not quite sure why this is having more issues than the other one. But again, once it's solidified, we can easily fix that. Try and get it even thickness. It's just that corner there that's having issues with. Nope, I've opened everything. Yeah, it's just something strange going on with this corner. Doesn't seem to like it. That should be easy enough to fix, that's fine. Okay, the other thing I want to do now is to put in the inner tower. If we look at the temp 2, we've got this kind of like inner bit we need to work on, which will only really come into effect on the second layer. The front layer is good. Now we're going to have a little kind of roofy bit that'll go in. Got plenty of height. The next bit we need to work on is this top layer. So I think we're best off just rebuilding this as a separate one. So add in circle, scale that up until it matches the width of that tower. That looks good. Of course, this is still in its way blocking out. And then we're going to add in a mirror modifier. And then we're going to take out all of that. Excellent. Then we're going to add in a circle. I'm going to expand that to there. And that's pretty much at a perfect height, I think. Let's hide the main model, attempt 2. No, that top one is. Should be using L for that. That, and then grab that down so it touches there. Okay. This is where it's going to get a bit more interesting. So obviously, I then need to do. The front of the building won't change much. This bit is staying the same for this. Still trying to figure out why that's not working. So, selection. Take off the solidify for a minute. Oops. That's the right bit. Come on. That's the bit I want. Do not separate by selection. Shift D, P by selection. It's this thing I want. Kill the solidify modifier. Then we want to join it into that there. Excuse me, what are you doing? There we go. It was not centering off there in the main model. So if we look at the attempt 2, that is all flat to the front there. So this will now connect up to there. This will connect up there. And then this here gets separate by selection and join back into the ground floor. Extrude Z minus 60. And then we want to, if we do that, we need to face that into there. And then we need to face, get rid of all that, because that joins into that. Right. Extrude Z minus 60. Again, we can fix that. Just extrude Z minus 60. The reason we're doing this now, before we apply the solidify, is that we can look for any weird errors. That's quite cool. I like that in the Vestral. It's not exactly circular though, is it? We probably need to loop cut into that. Go into X-ray mode. Try and figure out what the hell this thing thinks it's doing. Even thickness. Even thickness doesn't help. That's fixable. And then the top part, you want to loop cut that. Because it's such a tight angle there, So now we're getting a better look at this. Don't need that vertex or that vertex. That we can fix once the coil's on. Now, need to all extrude ZZ60. My numlock's off. Extrude ZZ60. Set my scale. Solidify 4.5 mil on the inside. And again, I've got to come along, look for my line there, see. I just shift you up a little bit. Then we can grab everything up to there. Appropriate selection. Then we'll have our front and back, second layer. I'm going to have to do something cool at the back there. Now, I made a mistake at the front though, luckily. That is easily fixable at this point. These vertices here did not want extruding. Oh. Clipping is on. We're going to extrude that on the X till it's there. We're going to face that off. We're going to select all that and face that off. We are not just yet. We are, however, going to extrude that on the X. Face that off. Yeah, some weird things are happening now. It's trying to solidify on this front section. So we're going to actually just pop that off to a different one for now and then take off the solidify modifier. Delete those vertices. Excellent, that's better. Then we can extrude that one to there. Here we've got a little weirdy bit where that needs to be adjusted slightly. Okay, so we got our roof going into the side there. Now this bit was going to be a bit, well, it won't be shorter, will it? That is 60, that is 60. We've still got quite a bit of leeway here, haven't we, for the roof? So let's make that 80 mil. Bring these back down. I've got a few weird bits I'm going to have to fix, but that can be fixed once the solidify has been applied. And that still gives me a centimetre thickness of the roof. Let's make this one down to 70 for that floor. I guess maybe about 2 centimeters for the roof, that's fine. The whole height of that, that's 1, 2, 3 inches. Then a roof, then nearly 3 inches, and a roof. By the time the roof's on, that'll be about 3 inches, so it'll be about 6 inches tall. This isn't the tallest building, but it's not supposed to be. Right, so in here, we're looking pretty good. We just need to sort out this solidify. Let's try it a different way, shall we? Wait, the scale's off on this now. Oh yeah, I also need to... Did I separate off at the bottom of this? This, Shift D, D by selection. Up the bottom of that, grab that, bring them together. Link that to that. Extrude Z minus 70. That fixes that at least. No idea what's going on with the walls. Alright. And then that would have to also go the other way. Alright, so let's see if we can fix this. The bottom's not looking too bad, but the top is interesting. So let's apply. It's like these have got crossed over, isn't it? Take the solidified off. Yeah, see, there's a bit of clipping going on here. That's part of the problem. We had 24 extra vertices. Let's have a go at solidifying that now. Going the other way. No, it still doesn't help. Individual origins. Nah, walls. Walls are always this is supposed to be easy. And then we got that messed up again. Then that really should just go to here. Merge at last. Merge at last. Merge at last. Alright, it's looking a bit better. Here you are now completely across the line. That looks better. You can always adjust the wall thickness later. That's looking far too thick up there. I'll mess something up in here, haven't I? Delete faces. Delete faces. It's always fixable. Always fixable. He repeats to himself. People only see the finished product and not the glaring mistakes. Okay, so that is the problem there. That edge there. Can we dissolve these edges as well? There we go, we have fixed it. What even are you? Honestly, I can worry about that later. That might not even be a problem. Alright. Even the wall out a little bit. Awesome, so that top layer looks okay. This here, obviously, needs adjusting as well. Stuff you want to get mostly right. That's fine. I need this to be actually level, otherwise Operation Glue the two halves together is going to be leaving me cursing at each other myself. Probably is anyway. But yeah, you can hide that stuff with glue, can't you? Alright, so top is now looking okay. Here we can find wherever I left that extra level of vertices. Which I actually deleted, didn't I? Oh, here they are. Just didn't survive the thing, so we can Control J that back into there, face that into there, face that into there. Doop, doop, doop. That one there is going to have to move to about there. It's going to be the start of the roof. You know what? If it's not flat, it's going to bother me. This is probably all going to get hidden when I get to the roof, but face that off. Extrude that face up by 10. No. 5 millimeters. Why does that not look straight? It is straight, it just doesn't look straight. Then we're going to inset that a little bit. Grab that on the Y, so that's flat to there. Do that one at the same time. Grab that on the X. That to there. Extrude Z by 5 millimeters. Grab Z another 5 millimeters. Where's me Mando? This is when you need your little standee. He'll be standing there. Grab Z 5 millimeters. That's about right. We can do something cool with that later. What have I done with this flat bit in the middle? Living hideous, that's the answer. That, or you, what are you doing? There we go. Also, the reason for doing this as well is that when I want to boolean in my windows and doors, I obviously don't want to be having to do that on multiple layers. Right, that looks hideous, but we can fix that. Here, even think this won't save you. Now let's hide the top layer and get to work on the bottom layer. This is where the being in mirror modifier becomes very useful. Because you only have to do this once. I think I'm best off just deleting. I don't delete the faces. And then we can come in here, that, push the edge loops, redonk. Fixed. Yeah. Really does not like these transitions from curved to flat, does it? Okay. At least here I can see what I'm aiming for. Let's delete all of this. I'll go like you. Extrude you to here. Extrude you. Face you off there. That's part of my problem, isn't it? You need to be there. You and you, you and you. Get rid of any multiple vertices. Face you off to there. Then you. We're going to extrude over to there. Need to loop cut you to about there. Face you off there. Deal that. Deal that. That's that wall fixed. At least we can see the cutting line here. Scale Y0. Alright, just do it manually then. Okay, I just want these two to be level. Okay. This is why I'm not allowed nice things. And then we got this to sort out. What even is this? Apparently not easy to fix than I was expecting. Alright. That's looking really cool. I like that. Unless we talk about this side, the meta. Oh, even thickness does help there. Does it? No, it doesn't. Same thing here. Let's just delete and restart, because somehow it's got itself all twisted up. Edge mode. That fixes that. That fixes that. Nothing but fire will fix this. And then we need to cut into that, take out that. Eject loops to fix that. And then UI AU there. You should be there. YU there. You should be there. If the mirror helps here. These vertices are causing me near physical pain. What the hell are you doing, guys? Okay. Just got to deal with that corner there. It's just a simple matter of moving up these vertices, keep going out in my X-ray mode. Make sure these match up with these. Yeah, Phil will fix it. Right, next, they're not level. Why are they not level? Always an important thing to check when you've been moving stuff. Why is that not level? Something strange is happening here. It's not too bad. You can fix it afterwards when we've remeshed it. funky. The biggest problem now is this. Is now, that's because it's 70. And then if we bring back in the upper level, what has happened here? What did I move? What did I do to affect you? Oh, it's got a solidify model on. Okay, that's it's okay. That was a little too far to take on territory even for me. There, after an hour of work, we have the X-ray mode on. We at least have some of this, so I think we can now come in. If we put a loop cut into here, what I need to go is I need to go to here, select all of that, Shift D, P by selection, like that, and that. Roll join, come in, snap to that, merge at last, that, face it, all merge by distance. You, face you. Then we want to cut that and that and extrude that in. Y by extrude Y minus 30. On the Y. X. X. So this is something that's gone a bit wrong way. Roll A. All transformations. All transformations. Right. Grid this on the Y. And then the X. That's not good. Just said, okay, we'll do it like this. Put another loop cut into that, merge at last. This guy's on a 30mm base, so I want to make sure I can at least fit him on there. No, I don't want to open him up. Looks like my clipping has gone weird again. Fix that. That's fine by me. We will cut that. Again, we want to adjust this. It's 30mm. Face that. Dum-ba-dum-dum. Yep, some weird things are happening. You should be level with that. Yeah, my angle is off for some reason. This is very weird. Now I'll have to have a look at what I've done here. I just realised these actually want to be down here. I need to then extrude them up. Yeah, I was levelling up to the wrong point then. Face that off. Now we want to face all of this off. And then select that, and that. Extrude Z by 5 mil. And that gives us our start of our inner walkway. I'm going to have to be careful here as I don't lose too much. I think of actually removing, we take that down again. That. Yeah, that's better. Otherwise we're going to lose like playing space in the middle. I can just have doors on either side here. And then the last thing I want to do now is something similar on here. But actually, I want to keep this to about an hour. We'll work on that later. We've still got like a good amount of room to get our hands in here. Move people through here. There'll be a big. This is going to be open as well. But that's actually one thing I can do, which I've just realised I've completely messed up. This was never supposed to be solid in the first place. This here did not exist. This should be much more. Oop, oop. Extrude on the X. Shift Z. No. Just gonna be like that, are you? Yeah. Now we've wanted this as pillars at the front. Look. Got an errant edge in there somewhere. There we go. Don't want you. What are you doing there? That's better. Of course, we now want to solidify. And make sure this wall is as thick as its friend up top. Bit like that. That fixes that. There we go. When I've put some cool pillars in there, it should be got a nice entrance. That's still accessible. I can get my hands into there nice and easily. Yeah, alright. It's going to be quite cramped, but then it's one of these things you have to realism of. Alright, thanks for watching, and next time we'll do roofs in a bit more detail.